So these two acts combined, they give powers and authority to the biosafety to approve the commercialization of GMOs in Ghana. Now, the Peasant Farmer Association of Ghana, together with other stakeholders, a host of them, and very key individuals, are really against the introduction of GMOs into the country. And our reasons are quite simple. In the first place, if you listen to the proponents of GM technology, you are told that when the GM comes, it's going to alleviate the issues of the smallholder farmer, it's going to make them more productive, it's going to increase their productivity, and it's going to increase their incomes. Now, when you come to a country like Ghana, and if you look at all our agricultural challenges, they are very much well documented, and we all know what the farmer needs for him or her to be productive. In the first place, as a country, we still rely heavily on rain for our production. So when the rains are good, we produce well. When the rains don't come well, we are in trouble. We have a potential to increase our irrigation across the country, but we are doing just less than 10% of our potential as for irrigation. When it comes to our equipment that farmers need, combined harvesters, tractors, and other mechanization equipment, we don't have them. When you come to areas around access to finance, our farmers are struggling to get loans with interest rates of more than 30%. And then even lastly, without GMOs, our farmers are able to produce to the extent that they are recording post-harvest losses. They are producing to the extent that now, if you go to northern Ghana, our farmers have done so much rice, but they have no market for the rice. And this is done without GMOs. So our first question is, how do we ignore all these challenges of our country and then claim that if you go for GMOs, you're going to solve the problem?
So you're saying that they should first focus on these post-harvest losses and using other technology to augment farming processes rather than go for GMOs? Is that what your
that's
issue
one,
is?
That's one of the, a couple of, that's one of them. One of them is that we have fundamental problems. Why don't we solve them whilst we are jumping onto the GMO boat? Our second point, if you look at the GM technology, it is not a technology that is homegrown.
That is what?
Homegrown.
Right.
It is not a Ghanaian technology.
Right.
It's a technology that is being led by powerful multinationals whose aim is to take control of the seed industry. And as a country, our question is, if for fertilizer, we rely on Europe to import fertilizer, now we want to cede our ownership or control of our seed also into the hands of multinationals who control our seed. So that in the next 5 or 10 years, if there's another episode of COVID, or another Russia-Ukraine crisis, or even this Israel and Iran crisis escalates, then, and we are relying on the GM technology, which is not ours, it means that until they bring the technology, we cannot plant. And that is going against the principles of food sovereignty. And as a country, it is sad that we are not concentrating on building our own technology to ensure that we, the people, can rely on the seed that is being produced here domestically.
Okay, a quick point on